so dangerous, it's so dangerous. YPG is dangerous, dangerous, it's so.
Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to the Premier Boy Podcast. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman.
Yo, this is No Face, No Case Sands. You already know what it is.
That sounds like bad news.
Back again for another week of the Premier Boys Podcast.
that sounds like bad news, but okay.
Yo, this is your boy Roddy, DJ Retro. What's good, yo? We back.
Long live the chief. It's the one and only Nelly now. You know what we here to do. We here to talk some shit. So let's talk.
You know, we the Premier Boy Podcast. We back. We took a 2-week break, but we back. But before we start, I just want to say thank you everybody for tuning into the last episode, y'all. Y'all really killed it with the last episode numbers, man. We appreciate it, y'all.
Yes. So much so that we actually charted on Apple Podcasts. We was ranked 175 out of the 250 top podcasts in America. So we definitely
wait for real.
Yeah.
Oh,
you didn't know?
Alexa, give me a round of applause.
Okay.
Yo, that's why you don't buy Alexa right there.
I'm so
No, your Alexa sound like y'all clapping cheeks. Y'all need to stop. Out here clapping cheeks right now.
Yeah, but before we do, we got to thank Miss Mademoiselle because she helped out the episode. So we got to shout out to her too, y'all. She, you know.
Yes.
You know.
Shout out to Magna.
Yeah.
Facts. Good looks on that.
All right, so you know, we haven't been here for a good 2 weeks, so we got some stacked news. We got a lot of news to talk about. We got
big news, a lot of topics.
A lot of topics, y'all. So
get it.
So since we haven't given y'all a power review like we always do every week, we always give y'all the last episode, episode 5. So we haven't done it the week that we should have done it, but we're gonna do it now. So let's talk about the last episode of Power before the mid-season.
I want to go first.
You want to go first, Roddy?
Yeah, go first, Roddy.
Yeah. Yo, this episode was crazy. How they brought Raina in for the birthday. And then we find out that Tasha was dreaming. That was crazy. That was a crazy part of the episode. Like Raina got her little star, you know. And then let's see what else stuck out for the episode.
Let me say one. I know a couple episodes ago I was saying that the college professor will do it with Tariq. I was completely wrong. She did it with Tariq.
Yo, these college professors don't give a shit, yo. They just fucking everything. Students, ball players, each other, the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned last episode that, you know, they talk about character development. Well, there it is. I guess smashing students is her character development. So.
A lot more developed than this character, my nigga. Like
college was nothing like that.
Cooper Sack's niece. She was wilding when she did when she drugged Tariq and then he was in a room and he was out knocked out conscious and
that white people shit, yo, I swear.
And then of course, what's her name? But it looked like she already knew. It was just the basketball player with Drew when he came with the car. Remember? He was sitting in the car talking.
Yeah.
And then of course, he was like, "Oh, they already know. You ain't gotta act like that," because he was ashamed to see him at the party. But why do I feel like, you know, one of them is gonna be killed off, bro? My prediction.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. I mean, who gonna be killed off? I don't know. Probably Drew, maybe. I don't think he really needed.
Maybe even the gay dude.
I'm waiting for fake Holly to get killed, yo. Like she got to be the first.
Holly, there we go. She was wild in this episode.
That's possible. Yeah. But and I talk about the biggest part of the whole episode. You know when Tariq was at the grave site, Cooper Sax is there taping him. He showed it to Method Man's character, and now they think about teaming up now.
Yeah, that Tariq about to go to jail, bro. I'm sorry. You know, because the only thing is like with the lawyer, with Method Man, right? He's only worried about getting Tosh off, honestly. You know? Anything like whatever's happening with Tariq, you know, it is what it is. He's just going there to get the bread from him, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, fuck that little nigga B. He about to go to jail.
So he about to draw out his whole career. He basically having a hard time even keeping Zeke on the team anyway. So I don't know. It's like, yeah, his time at Stanford gonna be short. He's not gonna get his money. It's gonna be a lot. It's a whole domino effect, yo.
Yeah. But other than
But
that,
why everybody was running up in Tamika house like that, boy?
Yo, she got like that shit like a fucking 7-Eleven and shit. Everybody was up in that.
Word.
Everybody was up in there. She's about to get bodied in her own crib, actually.
I'm like, yo, Cooper Sacks dead, Tariq dead. Fucking...
Wait, she giving out Slurpees? Huh.
Then Davis McClain was in here. He was like, yo, I know you got somebody in here, son. Trying to check, and Tariq ran out the door.
Bro, it's not even his house. I know you got somebody in here. It sounds like a bitter ex.
Bad hard, son. He was going bad hard. Like somebody else here, son.
But you ain't know, that pretty much was it. I mean, nothing really major other than Tyreek party. He got drugged. Cooper Sacks recorded him, and then him and David is teaming up. So you already know this was the mid-season finale, and they be back in December. I was wrong again. I said January. They back in December. Even that's better. And so yeah, we just got to tune in to December, see what happened next. The last 5 episodes of book 2.
Can't wait though. Honestly, we've been hearing this whole from the top of the season. Oh, Power gonna be iffy because it's not no ghost in the Power. But this shit's been kind of lit lately. I've been looking forward to like every week, and now I gotta wait till December. So I'm canceling Stars for like the next 2 months.
Bro, I canceled Stars. I canceled Stars like 2 weeks ago. I'm lit till December, man.
I saw the Equalizer 2 on it. I was like, nah, we're gonna keep this for a little bit.
To all of our potential sponsors from Stars and all those networks, when they say they canceled it, they mean
we'll be back though. Like as soon as Power come back on, I'll renew the subscription and be back at it.
Yeah,
basically. But you can't sell just ignoring the subscriptions. They want us to sell the subscription. You know what?
What they should do is throw on another show in between.
What they need to do is send us some ads so we can push this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Let's save this conversation for when they give us a contract.
But yeah,
I don't want bros.
But another thing that going by season, I didn't know going by season 2 like earlier this week. Versus, apparently they have the season 2 coming out. I didn't know they broke it down by seasons.
So wait, we gotta wait.
They probably didn't know they broke it down by season.
Nobody knew.
They were like, "Oh, we gonna give you 10 battles."
But apparently now, apparently they got the new verses. We all know T.I. been fiending to go on verses against people. First he tried to go against 50 Cent. 50 Cent turned him down. Then Busta wanna go get T.I. T.I. turned him down. And now Jeezy threw out a challenge. T.I. accepted it. And now they've setting up something soon. We don't know when that dropping, but what y'all think about that battle?
I feel like that's actually a perfect match, T.I. and Jeezy. And I'm shocked that none of us really picked it as a versus when we were talking about versus.
I know, right?
But that's a perfect battle for the South. I feel the winner of that battle should go against Ludacris.
Didn't we already get a Ludacris battle though?
Ludacris. Yeah, Luda and Nelly.
That shit was trash.
It was trash. Like, Nelly's internet was trash. His song selection was trash.
Plus, he didn't even come dressed for the battle. Ludacris came out with the old jersey with the afro back, like
looking like 2002, right?
I keep telling y'all, half of the job is preparation. Got prepared for shit like this. It's a battle.
You are not wrong. I don't think they
but-
came into it with the battle mentality, though. I mean, at least not Nelly. He knew he couldn't win a battle.
Yo,
I
you
mean,
want to y'all want to
like
hear
I
a funny
said-
story?
Yo, like I said about Nelly, Nelly was happy to be there, son. Like when Nelly was in the battle, he was happy to be there, son. He didn't care. He was all drunk. He was just happy to be there. But in terms of T.I. and Jeezy, that's actually an interesting battle. And saying you're right, we did not mention no two all together.
I wasn't
Mostly
even thinking.
because Jeezy retired, didn't he?
Nah,
Yeah. So I
No.
thought he was done. Him and
nah,
Jermaine
he
was going to be all right.
didn't.
He
Nah,
retired
he
a good
retired.
minute
I mean,
ago,
I know
like
he,
3 years.
I know he about to get married by the girl from the real. I know that, but I didn't not retired. Nah.
He retired. After
Fine.
he took the Young from his name, he started just being Jeezy. Then he just said, "Forget it all together."
He came out an album like last year. He had a song with J. Cole and Kendrick. I remember that.
I mean, Jay-Z retired and then kept dropping songs. I don't know how
He
rap
did
retired.
retire. I know he haven't put out no songs like that, but I don't retire. Nah, he do.
Listen, that's fine. I still like TM103. I'll still put that on my Spotify, like at least every Friday.
Facts.
Every Friday. That's how you start the morning.
That battle's gonna be a good one though. It's definitely a good matchup, like y'all say. Yeah, it's gonna be enjoyable.
Who y'all think taking a W though?
I need T.I.
T.I.
Yeah, obvious.
I might have to go with that.
Yeah,
Because
And
after
T.I.
after 105, it gets shaky.
yeah, agree.
Very much so.
And T.I. just came out with a new album too, literally like this past Friday. I mean, I didn't hear it though, but I didn't hear it yet, but yeah.
He's gonna put some joints on there.
And don't be surprised he might got some hidden jewels in there that we never heard that he's just gonna drop on the verses to see what's up.
Of course.
It's kind of dope though if it hits. You should get like 2 points.
I think he gonna hit. I think he gonna run out of steam versus Luda. I mean versus T.I. But then again, T.I.'s kind of, had a weird career trajectory too.
In a way, yeah. In a way.
Yeah, but I don't remember like any of his albums being a little shaky though.
I mean, a lot of T.I.'s album went #1. A lot of T.I.'s albums. So like,
Yeah,
A lot of Ja Rule's albums went #1. I mean, they was phenomenal all the way through.
I mean, I heard a lot of T.I. T.I. was not bad. T.I. was not bad. T.I. was not bad, y'all.
Comparing them to Ja Rule.
This is not me saying T.I.
Not bad you compare to Ja Rule though. Like that's not even a good comparison.
It's a phenomenal comparison. Hold on. Hear me out.
How that's a good comparison? That's a
Oh
terrible
my
comparison.
God, bro. Really, bro?
Just hear me out. Hold on, hear me out, right?
How many albums Ja Rule had though? Like what, 4?
He had like 6.
T.I. got
All just ain't go no
T.I.
damn
got
number
12. T.I. got like 12
Exactly,
albums,
right?
bro. Like,
That's
you
not
can't
the
tell me all those
comparison. I'm
all
telling
six Ja
y'all
Rule
to hear
albums
me
were
out.
#1.
No, they didn't though.
Forget
I'm
it.
a-
Hear him out,
bro.
man.
My
All
point
Ja Rule albums did not go
is
no
just
damn
because you
#1.
drop an album that go platinum doesn't mean that it's a good album. That means it was a well sold album. Like Rule 316, absolute garbage, trash. I will tell.
But the singles sold that.
Face. That was not a good
The
album.
singles sold that.
The singles were incredible. The album did not hold together at all.
That would put it on
But
me.
you can't tell that was a #1 album, bro.
Yes.
Rule 6. Fuck.
I tried listening to it one time a long time ago. It was in my house. It was in my grandmama's house. I put it in the CD, and yeah, this is a while ago. I put it in my Xbox. I was listening to it. I took it out after the second song, and I threw it.
Oh, after the second song? Shit.
Trash.
Like even the CD trash, I always ain't no throwing no CD back then cost money, so unless it was
No.
Blu-ray, I don't care.
Yeah, I would never. You would never see a Ja
Trash.
Rule CD in my book bag.
I never had a
Matter of fact, you wouldn't even see me put him on the mixtapes I used to make.
No, well, he
Hey,
had
hey,
If it wasn't a
I
single,
had Pain is Love.
it was
He had
garbage.
good singles.
I had Pain is Love though.
That was probably also garbage.
Nah, I'm sorry. Ja Rule probably had like a good strong 2 albums his whole career.
Probably 2 hours. Yeah, I agree. I probably say
Yeah, like
He had strong singles for like
So,
4 albums
but I'm
straight.
still
he's
mad that
got
he
like
compared.
30.
Never dropped a good
Yeah,
album.
though,
Yeah,
that
the
make no
singles was
sense.
great. That's it.
Like I took mad that you compared to Ti though. I still don't get that comparison though.
And you see why I ain't
What
got my
I'm saying
right?
is,
shit like
I'm not
that.
comparing him to Ti. I'm saying just because you sold albums doesn't make the actual content of the album necessarily good, right?
And that's true. Juice World went platinum. So,
Right.
you know,
Rest in peace. But
but yeah,
you're not going to sell me on the quality of that.
nah. I can't be high enough. You can't be high enough to listen to that shit.
Nigga, if you get high and listen to that shit, you might commit suicide. That was him and
It's so depressing,
Temptation.
bro. Like it's so
They
sad.
made some rough albums, bro. Like if you want to just
Like-
life.
Like you gotta ask, yo, like who hurt you?
Yeah.
Dang.
Sad.
You know?
They should do a versus.
Wait, who?
Yeah, it's the battle of sadness.
XXXTentacion and Juice World.
That is wrong, yeah. That is wrong.
It's the battle of depression. Who got it
That is
better?
wrong. Yeah.
The winner, how you choose the
These
winner.
guys are no longer
like when
here.
the
How's
most
that going
people
down?
That's exactly how that gonna work, son.
Just have the states go back and forth at it. They'll be all right. It'll be a win for both of them, you know?
Right.
Next time. All right. So
We gotta move on, y'all.
So Coming to America 2 is coming out December. It was originally supposed to be at the movie theater, but due to pandemic stuff, Amazon brought it. Now it's gonna be on Amazon Prime. So my question to y'all is this the end of the movie theater era?
My answer is
It might that movie era is on life support though. I'm sorry.
my answer is a strong maybe. Because like a lot of these companies, a lot of these industries that kind of base themselves off of like kind of living off debt until something cool happens in their business, they took all of the L's over the last not 8 months, it was like 7 months. So like Macy's, like all of them who were living in debt but just expecting people to come, all the restaurants that were kind of living like they were restaurants living paycheck by paycheck. Once COVID happened, done for like so many of them. So with the movie theater industry, it worked very similarly, especially because like the payout that comes with the movies. So like you put a movie out, right? So you put a movie out or whatever, and for the first 3 weeks of that movie, all of the funds for that movie is going to the movie company. And then after that, after the movie gets less popular, that's when the movie theater starts making money. Hence why they charge you, your firstborn kid for a popcorn. So without that action, I can't see them being able to sustain any more time of not being able to open. And then they won't be able to open to their capacity either.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt them too.
Yeah.
Great. I feel like as consumers, right? Like we would have choices, right? And especially during this time, it's like, all right, would you even if the movies was open, would you go to the movies on a date night type shit, pay like $18 for popcorn, $23 for tickets, chill in the movie theaters for 2 hours with a questionable chance of clapping some cheeks, or would you go stream a movie, be in the house, make some food with an almost guaranteed chance of clapping cheeks? I don't know. I'm going with the latter. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a sense of convenience. Everything is right there for you.
True, but like movie theaters needed to evolve atmospherically, and they haven't really evolved atmospherically in a while. The closest thing they came to was like the Alamo theaters, and the theaters is kind of offering like the better seats and the food experiences and stuff.
Don't forget the RPX.
Yeah,
I still got that picture.
Can't forget that.
He was trying to put that shorty in the wall.
Nah, the way the situation was situated, it could have went south so fast, bro. So
It
fast.
looked like it went south.
Nah, I had her it was in a good stance, you know. It's just shit got overboard, and when you fade it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could get, you know, the table dropped. You know,
You're trying to lift her
the
back
table
up
that
by her
night.
legs or something. It wasn't gonna work.
That was a last ride situation, yo. Dead ass.
But you know, newsflash, we're not talking about the RP Act, the sex position. We're talking about RP Act, the movies situation. So yeah.
But yeah, like I'm saying, like they needed to evolve the experience because it's not even it can't be about the movie anymore when you got Netflix and stuff around. Honestly, the movie theater should have beat Netflix and all of them to this just for the residual profit.
Not only Netflix, you got a whole bunch of other stuff. Like you could definitely watch on demand on your cable box these days and stream a movie while it's in theaters if you look hard enough.
Yeah,
I mean that would
and Amazon, you could purchase it within Fire Stick as well.
So that Fire Stick, I got Fire Stick. I can buy every new movie right now, so I don't have to go to movies. But you know,
that's another thing. These things are being taken out the game, right?
Yeah, but you know, in terms of the business, though, yeah, I think it's on like Rondo says, on light support. You know, just like we talked about R&B last episode, movie theaters is also on light support. We got a lot of streaming service. You really don't need to go out to go to the movie unless you really want to support the movie, or
unless the movies provide a good atmosphere.
Exactly.
Because that's the only reason
if the movie's open.
Right now,
thanks,
atmosphere. Like
I know. It's.
But right now, theaters are not even open in the city yet.
Nah, it's open everywhere else. It was open everywhere else. It's not
yep.
New York.
Up here is open as well. So, but ain't nothing really out in the movies right now. So it's like,
yeah, because nobody want to put their movie in the
what?
theater to bomb.
I know they were pushing Denzel Washington's son movie. I think Tennis. They were pushing to put that. Yeah, they pushed to put that in the movie theater. I'm like, yo, put that on the streaming service so I can watch it, yo.
I ain't gonna hold you. Tenet looked like a pretty dope movie, though. I might have to see that shit in the movie theater.
It sounds like it's going to be a real dope movie sitting there playing to a crowd of 6.
They say that movie could be the reason movie theater could be back in business, but you can't just have this one movie. I gotta have, you know, a bunch of movies. You know,
I ain't gonna hold you though. Like a crowd of 6, that kind of increases your chance theater.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
You're not lying.
Yeah, true.
I mean, like, I don't think the other 4 people in the movie are gonna complain. You feel me?
But it's terrible for the movie and for the movie theater.
I mean, 10 people. Well, I mean, if they buy a ticket, get food, I mean, possible. I mean, it won't save the whole industry. Maybe for that one day, yeah, but
start, you know, is better than being closed and collecting dust.
Exactly.
You know, people get think about it like this. People get to go back to work, you know, the concession stand people, the ticket people, and they gotta clean the seats after you leave the nachos in the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so here's what you're explaining. You're explaining the situation where, in fact, it costs more to open the theater at that point than it does to leave it closed.
That's true. Got me.
Yeah,
you got a full staff of ushers.
You don't even get like a full staff. You bring back like one person for each thing. Like, everybody should be cross trained. You ain't got to pay a lot of people, but you put a skeleton crew in there, like maybe 3 people, you'd be all right.
Yeah.
Until one of them call out.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. Then you gotta do a concession.
Yeah. I got COVID. I'm not coming in today. I'll see you tomorrow.
I won't be surprised.
And you can't for like 14 days and shit, so you fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So
let's just say movie theaters. Let's just say movie theaters aren't going to be back up the same way it used to be. Like, streamers definitely taking over.
It gonna be a slow, like how they do everything else. It gonna start slow, like 10 people to, you know, it gonna be like that. it like break it like.
And we still got COVID, so it's gonna be a while.
Yeah,
Listen, even when movie theaters come back, I'm telling you, since everybody had to rely solely on like streaming and that type of thing, I'm telling you, even when movie theaters come back, it's
not going to get the crowd.
Right, not immediately. That's going to put them in danger.
That's true.
They
Like
sell
open up here right
sort of
now. At the theaters are open up here, but they're only open at 25% capacity.
Exactly.
They only put like 30 seats in there at best.
Yeah,
that's not Teddy capacity.
Nah, I have not. I mean, I have a feeling it was gonna be like something like that though. But
Probably get a row.
But we see what happened. We don't know when they're opening back up here. So yeah, we see what happened.
I ain't getting that shit back to like probably next year.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
y'all moving.
Yeah, that sounds just about right. Honestly, it sounds just about right.
Like maybe yeah.
So next topic. So we got a Dr. Dre update. You know, apparently, like his ex-wife Nicole, might be facing years in jail time for stealing his money. How do you feel about that?
Send her ass to the jail.
Lock her up. Lock her up.
I mean, to be honest, I don't feel bad about her getting death threats no more after hearing that. So
that's that karma for you, though.
Wait, you felt bad about that?
At first, last episode, yeah.
What you mean?
I know this one girl get death threats. You know, Dre won. She got death threat. Now I don't feel bad no more because she stole from him. So like,
if she had the nerve to ask for $900,000 in entertainment,
I know, crazy.
How you ask more for entertainment than your child's education? How you do that?
Yeah,
she literally was just like a gold digger playing the long game. Smart gold digger, but not that smart.
Yeah, crazy.
She got caught.
Yeah, pretty much, son. Pretty much.
And then she was just stealing from the nigga. Golly.
On top of asking for $1 million in entertainment,
and wanted monthly payments with that, she wanted half his $1 billion. She waited. She was like, "All right, let's see where this money gonna peak." She was like Janet Jackson, but less smart.
Yeah. So
Janet Jackson, she my favorite gold digger ever.
That situation.
Janet Jackson,
that one was for Michael.
Mariah Carey. Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey.
One more time for the spirit.
Yeah, Janet Jackson and Mariah Carey. Shout out to them too.
Mariah Carey, a gold digger?
Yeah, she is. You know, the same as like she married a rich man and then divorced him like later.
That was just because she was a little crazy.
Nah, this is after the canon too. This is after.
Bro, she didn't even let him clap the cheek.
I lied. Before and after the canon.
I didn't even know that.
Before, yeah, she did it twice. She go dig, son.
Mind you, she got mad bread from this dude. She didn't even let him clap the cheeks.
Oh, she the GOAT.
Yeah.
Wow, boy.
Yeah, but
let him clap.
You gotta hold the biggest fella this year. I'm sorry.
Oh, he was wilding.
Yeah, but you know,
I
Mariah,
wouldn't knew something was up if I wasn't clapping.
Yeah, but Mariah.
If I know her like that and I'm feeling like that, I'm in this for the clapping. And if I haven't clapped yet, there's a problem.
Listen, if you didn't clap off week one, that would have been a magic. That would have been a bad L for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that would have been a capital L for you.
That's crazy.
Extra
boy.
L.
But you know, Mariah, you know, I don't got the money. Yeah, you can't go there. Go for me.
Don't come after me, boy.
Yeah. So next topic. So this is. I mean, I don't know y'all. I don't know. Y'all think this is a big deal, but it's a big deal for me. Stevie Wonder left Motown after many years. How y'all feel about that?
Motown still in business?
He was on that label for damn near 40 years.
Motown still in business?
He was there as a kid.
Bro, who signed to Motown in 2020?
Yes, Motown is still in business. Yes, Motown is still in business.
I name 5 artists off Motown right now.
I don't know.
That's active.
Stevie Wonder was one. Neil's on Motown. I don't know who else though. To be honest.
How are they paying Stevie Wonder? He hadn't made a new album in forever. He had to have been getting paid off like
I
ass.
mean,
He's doing like
here's the
shows
thing.
right now.
But the thing, Stevie Wonder, he still was on people features. He was on. I forgot who feature he was on.
He was on
recently.
features though.
Yeah, he was doing features. If it wasn't him rap, he was on Travis Scott, like on that last album, Travis Scott. He was on his album.
Plus, some royalties got to be amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. Remember, mind you, he been on Motown since he was a kid. Like he was on Motown since he was a kid.
Right. That's like 50 years damn near.
Forever.
Yeah, he just left Motown. That's a big deal. You know, that's a big deal. Like when Michael Jackson was on Motown for many years and he left. Him and the Jacksons left when they went to CBS Records. Like, you know, kind of the same thing. But
Man, I'll hold you. Before this conversation, I didn't even know Motown was still like a thing.
It is.
Fact, yo, me too.
I mean,
I thought they went out of business in the 90s.
nah, they've been.
They just here's the story. They just kept like jumping from being an imprint at various places. So like they were imprinted under Island Def Jam. There's mad people that were on Motown low key throughout the 2000s that we like.
I know Neo's on
Right. But they were never their
thought you
own
were talking
standalone
Universal.
entity anymore. So, like, right now, they're actually under Capitol Records. Shout out to Chingy.
My man, he's like Chingy.
I heard one call away today, too, speaking of that.
Yeah, but, you know, speaking of Stevie, he put out 2 new songs. After he left Motown, he put out 2 new songs. Both of them is fire. Y'all gotta check it out. It's on Spotify now. I can't remember the titles at the moment, but I know the first one he got Rap City on it. A lot of rappers on the first one.
He's smart. He know how to be relevant.
Yeah, he know how to stay relevant, man.
Yeah, I mean, he come on. Even though he haven't put out, well, he still be on features. He still doing his thing. If he's not singing, he plays the harmonica. Shout out to that.
That's true.
Yo, give this man his flowers now, man. Because people try to clown Stevie, man. Give his
flowers, bro.
Man.
I ain't clowning Stevie. I'm just shocked.
No,
this whole time.
No, not you, son. That's you. I'm talking about people in general. When they show put pictures of Stevie, they like clown him. Like, yo, give that man his flowers.
He was getting clowned because he was rocking them braids well beyond the point of expiration.
Oh
my
Your
God.
braids ain't supposed to start at the crown of your head.
Holy shit, that's
just not how
hair,
that's supposed to go.
Come on, man. That's his hair, man.
No.
Can you still act like you won't see that forehead, bro?
His braids was literally starting with a freaking swirly thing in the back of your head.
Yeah, he started to knob.
He getting old. He getting.
You would have thought that nigga play was like a hidden character on Tekken or some shit.
Not wrong. He getting old, man. I can't laugh at this, man. He one of my favorite legends, man. I can't laugh at this, man. He getting
no
old.
legend though.
He got a sense of humor.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. I'm a Stevie fan, man.
I'm a Stevie fan too.
Yeah, that's why I can say this shit.
Next topic. So, you know what, Sam? You want to take this next one? Or Alvin? It's about your boy Tory Lanez, man. Y'all want to take this next one?
Alvin, we already discussed my situation with Tory Lanez on the previous episode, so I'll let you lead off on that one.
Yeah, lead us on that.
Well, hold on, y'all lead off because I seen that he had a live that he was talking about, you know, the situation and everything like that. I didn't see the live.
I've seen it live. I've seen
the live. I saw it earlier today.
I already said it too.
And he explained, like, he basically did what he should have had done about last month.
I agree.
Put out a statement, get on live, and get out in front of this. But I could also understand why he was like a little shaky about that. He said in the live that Rock Nation hit him up. And they told him, oh, we heard that you were going to speak out on that. That might not be in your best interest to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you're threatening this dude's livelihood because it's nothing for people to get blackballed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Especially how they already felt about him. You know, there was a few things that he said in there that kind of brought some clarity, and it's making me kind of waver on this shit a little bit. and also made me ask a question. And one of the questions was, where's the best friend?
Yeah, word. That's a good question. That is a good question.
Megan
Actually.
spoke out. Tori just spoke out. Where's Kelsey?
That is a good question. That is a good question.
He
And
was in the car too.
So hearing his voice made y'all think about reserving judgment.
Not only that, it's another thing. Somebody pointed this out. Somebody on my Facebook pointed this out. Shout out to the boy DJ Bug. He pointed something out about Megan, and he said something about how come Megan doing a lot of activity on the foot that she got shot at. And I started thinking, like, that's a good question. Why is she doing a lot on the foot that she got shot at?
Exactly. And if you got shot by somebody, right? And now you're saying they're so dangerous that they shot you, right? Why would you get back in the car with somebody? Why would you get back in the car with that person?
Exactly.
Like,
This is what I was saying
last
week,
right?
or last time.
Last episode, son.
I'm telling you. And we all, and like, this is not hearsay. This is not heresy. This is us seeing the video of her getting out of the car with him and, doing that moonwalk on the shot up foot.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that video too of that.
Yeah.
This is only my point. It's like everybody likes to jump on the judgment bandwagon like everybody was there. You understand?
Fact.
It kind of remind me of the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. Like they want to jump on the thing without knowing the full story.
But what? Before we get into that, you know what that helped Chris Brown know? Like the weeks after that, he was just started wilding, bro. He was in Good Morning America, spazzing, middle of the street, fighting random people. Like you don't like. Granted, if you didn't do the shit, you didn't do the shit. Yeah. But don't move around
like you did it.
On some bullshit that makes you look like.
Well, see, that was also different because Chris Brown never ever said he didn't do this shit.
Yeah.
He didn't talk about it until he wanted to drop Graffiti because
And that album, and I feel bad for him because that was actually dope. That was a dope album.
It probably was. But remember how I said earlier, just because your album sells doesn't mean it's good?
Yeah.
So the opposite is true too. Just because your album didn't sell doesn't mean it was bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That album went double back.
Right.
People didn't cop. It kind of made me slightly change my view on that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to hear from fucking Kelsey. She was in the car too.
Yeah, we need Kelsey. Kelsey, need to speak up.
Live.
Hell, if you need a Premier Boy to interview you, you can come on the show. We can interview.
Yeah, I'm for it.
Let's get it, yo.
We trying to find the hard facts.
Like when your friend got shot, why you didn't jump him? He's only 5'2".
Shorter than Jersey.
I bet my next check that you're taller than him.
He's shorter than Jersey. Come on, like
you know what I'm saying. You couldn't sit there and fight for your friend.
Nigga said he Lloyd song. He's 5'2".
Why you didn't help your friend when she got shot, bro? I'm sorry. If Roddy got shot in the foot today and I was there, it would have been crazy. I would have went crazy, bro.
That's fact.
Because then I would have had to sit there and explain to his moms that he got shot in the foot for some reason.
Let me play a little devil's advocate here.
Damn, you have to use
if Roddy got shot today,
bro, but you ain't know it.
If Roddy got shot today, right, and I was there, I want you to fully understand that I have the knowledge that the person who shot Roddy still has the gun he used to shoot Roddy. And I would assume that he got more than one bullet. I'm gonna be cautious about that. I'm gonna probably tend to Roddy's wound. We're gonna go to the hospital. I got you. Whatever you need. I'm not fighting them until I got a plan to get around bullets.
Thanks.
Like what you want to
see how they would have left you, Roddy?
How am I help Roddy if I get shot too?
Damn,
friends.
bro.
Just like him.
God damn.
Still friends.
I know, right?
Out there,
I'm gonna take him to the
waiting next
hospital. I think
Equals
That's
together, friends.
like, friends like that, man. I'll tell you.
I think Kevin Hart was talking about that. He was with his mans and his mans got washed and he went to sleep. And he was like, why you ain't jump in? He was like, did you see you go to sleep? I didn't want to go to sleep too. Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
That's a fact though, but nah, like that's your friend though. Like, come on, man.
listen,
Got shot in the foot. Like,
He
you
got
gonna
me an example,
do
boy.
nothing?
with bullets, with real
Nothing.
bullets.
So nothing's being done about this. You're just in the car, just shutting the fuck up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not shutting the fuck up. I'm taking him to the hospital. I'm tending to the wound. All right.
That's.
I
What's
got
the next
y'all
topic,
back.
yo?
You need a clerk.
What's the next topic, man? You going to fuck around?
We get revenge together.
Next
later.
topic is next topic. Your favorite girl, son, Cardi B, son. This bitch, Cardi B.
Why are you going so hard?
Golly.
I know, right?
Yo, because let me say this now. Let me say this now, and then saying a piece about Cardi B. Like, can we just ban this girl from the Playboy podcast? I'm tired of
yo,
absolutely not. What if she pop up and want to do our show and
exactly?
I won't be there. Y'all gonna have to do it without me. Y'all gonna have to do it without me.
They're gonna take a sick day, like we got insurance here.
Yeah. I call out sick. Cardi B. Oh yeah, I call out sick. I can't stand Cardi B.
Listen, I'm calling in specifically for that day.
Hold on. Let me tell my little rant.
I will dress her. I will show her face here.
I don't even care, son. It could be Christmas. I'm pulling up.
Hold on, yo.
I'm there live.
Let me see my little piece, and then y'all gonna talk about Cardi B, her nanty, pancake looking, nanty boobs and whatever. She can't sing.
First of all, that's
trash.
A very nice city.
I'm sorry, like. You can rest your head on that shit though.
That look like a burnt egg, yo. Like, come on, son. It look like a burnt egg. Like,
it's just a light skinned girl with some wide areolas. That's good titty right there.
No, we're not
that
going
titty was in your face. I bet you.
Oh shit! I know you saw some titties in your day.
I definitely was.
I feel a lot better, son. Even the girl that
you done seen some wide areola titties. You like big girls. I know you done
like
seen
some
it.
fucking spaceship titties, bro. Don't you see that? You gonna get on this podcast talk about Cardi B titties? Like,
you can talk about anything else you want. You ain't gonna talk about them titties.
You wildin', bro. You can't.
You know what?
Thank you. Yo, so you done.
Yeah, man.
Yo, you know what's crazy? He's the only one who got the notes.
Wait, so what was the news? Was it
right,
the
so
titties?
Right?
Are we talking about how?
Oh no, I think.
Okay. So it's a lot. It's a lot of Cardi B news. A lot of Cardi B stuff. Her Offset tried toxic relationship. Apparently her picture to get leaked, and a picture on collaboration with her and Nicki. How y'all feel about that?
All right, I'm gonna break this shit down in threes, right? The Offset Cardi shit, I'm not really a big fan of because I'm like, bro, you don't go through a whole single phase shit just to get back with the nigga, you know what I'm saying? That you said you were sick of. But then I think about it, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the people that we see go back and forth, like in our lives, go back and forth with these type of situations, you know, and they would be way worse than what they dealing with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
right.
You got to kind of chalk that shit up to the game a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure everybody in this podcast know that one female who continually went back to the dude that wasn't doing shit or wasn't worth nothing to her. True. Everybody know one.
Right.
And just to piggyback on that, Offset is not worth nothing to her.
Really not.
That man is a superstar. Them getting together actually put both their careers and an upward trajectory. They have a kid together. They got some history. So, like, that's worth trying to work it out at some level. I don't know. I'm not going to claim to know their relationship like that. But when you got something you trying to build, you try to hold some stuff together. And that's word to Coretta Scott King.
As for the as for those titties,
Hey, I
they
want
were
to
back.
close, Ron.
Roddy, what up?
Yeah. I don't know. They're superstars. I feel like if they want to work it out, whatever, you know, let them work it out. I mean, it's whatever. At the end of the day, they got a kid together, so they're trying. It's whatever, you know. They shouldn't. I know a lot of people judging them because they're like, oh, she filed for divorce last week, and this week she all up on him at the party and this and that, and they get back together. It's whatever. It's their life. That's how I feel. When it comes to that.
But she need to stop broadcasting that though. Nobody cares about that, yo.
I mean,
Honestly,
Yeah, right.
one thing I
the
do
four
care
of us are
about,
sitting
though,
here discussing it, and
No.
we don't know her.
my thing is
Cardi
one
B,
thing
if you
I
would
am
like to
looking
be a
at
guest
though.
on the Premier Boys podcast, feel free to hit up Ken.
Yeah.
Nah, but I ain't gonna hold you though. Like one thing I am looking forward to from her is that new music though. Because I always tell you that I've been telling you this shit since 2012. Coming out with some new shit that's really changed that actually will change the game, and she that ass did that.
Change
So
the
I'm looking forward to
game.
new shit.
Change the game. You mean songs like WAP? Change the game.
Yes, like WAP.
Only reason WAP got nice because of Megan.
Y'all get.
And I'm pretty sure the next one with Nicki.
Oh,
dog.
Hold on, let me finish.
Come on.
You sound like a hating ass hater.
Let me finish. And I'm pretty sure the next song with her and Nicki,
Ain't that nigga.
they both need a number one. That only way right they're doing this.
See, you sound like a hater that like spaceship titties. That's what it is. Like, nah,
Yeah.
it's like. Shit, I ain't.
Listen, no. First of all, her
I'm
verses on
exasperated
WAP,
right now,
to
bro.
me, hit harder
So
than
her and Nicki basically
Megan's had a
squashed
better
their
flow,
feud.
but Cardi's words were just like, you
That
nasty
shit hit.
bitch.
She mentioned
But,
Kegels, bro. What girl you know, Ken, that does Kegels? I'll wait.
I don't care. Like
I know a few, and you got to be strong to survive.
I'll tell you, I ain't strong.
Only the strong will continue.
I will surrender. Where's the white flag or
Do
towel?
you have it in you?
I will give you what. Listen here. Just take the card and go. Take the card and go.
Listen, this is my final thought on Cardi B and Offset. I want y'all to realize Cardi B is just at her base, at her core. She just a Spanish shorty from the Bronx dating a nigga. This shit happen every single day. They just got money and exposure.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. We all know that one girl, bro. All of us know that girl that go back to a situation that she know ain't good for her.
Gotta let it run its course, however it's gonna run.
That's it.
Whether they're gonna eventually break up, whether they're gonna stay together and just argue forever, that's their course to let it run. If you choose to make it news on your news channels out there in the world, that's your choice. You're just gonna be making it news over and over again for diminishing returns.
We just trying to make it news so she can get up on the motherfucking podcast, number one.
Like I say, yo, I won't be there.
We don't do sick days, bro.
Be there,
we ain't got insurance for that.
You see Roddy's face? That's the face Ken gonna have the whole time Cardi B on the show.
That's out. I was gonna pivot to Ken, be like, yo, you got any questions, bro?
Nope.
So basically, Cardi and I got something. Hold up.
My son gonna be up there with the "I love my girl" face.
No,
Damn.
so bad.
Fact, yo. I'm gonna feel like
Yeah.
Alrighty, you say something. Alrighty, you say something.
So Cardi and Nicki is good now. They're probably just gonna record their tracks and have the engineer spice it together. What do you think?
Pretty sure of that. Come on, Nikki's still pregnant. I'm not sure she dropped the baby. I think she should be dropping the baby soon.
No, that baby dropped.
Oh, it is. Oh,
well, y'all speaking about the baby like it's her 8th album.
That shit dropped like last week. Like,
here's the thing, yo.
The baby number 1 on the chart.
Facts.
They both that was for number 1.
I doubt they'll be in the studio together.
Here's the thing, like they both that was for number 1, and in order to get a number 1 with them two, they're gonna cut their beats just to get them the number 1, knowing they doing the beat not really squash. You know,
best for business, honestly.
I mean, they could be on their Meek Mill Drake shit. If I was Meek Mill, I would have never got on a song with Drake ever again after how I got killed.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can't do no business. No matter how good shit goes, you just be like, nah.
Yeah, but I want to say one thing about Cardi. No, and
here comes Ken being a hater.
No.
In 3, 2.
No. On seriously, so there's one thing about what happened. Apparently, Cardi made disrespect some of our fans about something. About one girl asked on her comment like, "Oh, you look nice in your picture. Where you going?" Her Cardi went off on her for no reason and started going off to F my fans and all this extra stuff. But I see now, like, yo, is that really necessary though? And you got a lot of people who try to support you and you want to expect them like that? Like,
here's the thing with fans, right? People usually put stars in a certain light, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta still be in that light. And if you do anything to deviate from that scene, they're gonna be like, oh, she different. But they gotta also understand too, celebrities are just like us. They're humans first.
Exactly, yeah.
They're humans first. So you can't expect them to sit there and put them in some higher regard that you wouldn't even hold your bestie or your parents in. Come on, that's trash.
I mean, don't disrespect them, no. They support you. Don't disrespect them, no.
Listen, on the other end too, it's like, I'm gonna mention this point again. She is a Spanish shorty from the Bronx. She just because she got money doesn't mean she did the therapy, the self-improvement, the growth necessary to deal with some of them traumas that come with that environment.
Yeah.
So if you say something that sounds off to her, she going think with her little emotions first. I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
And she basically said, listen, don't worry about where I'm going. You don't pay my bills. And
that's
somebody was like, but she pays for your album, so technically. And I'm like, nah, that's still not how that works.
You only get like 8 cents off that, I believe.
Yeah.
Damn, she getting robbed.
Regular label
from Master P.
Regular label own your stuff, and unless you independent is the story. But yeah, regular label,
right?
That QC label, them QC deals don't be looking right.
Yeah,
what I've been hearing lately.
But look, I'm done talking about this whole. Let's go to the next topic.
Oh, there it is.
So the last topic of the premiere news, Bill Cosby. So recently he had a recent we all know he in jail at the moment due to what he did, and he had a recent mugshot. He looked really terrible. So my question to y'all is, y'all think he's innocent or not?
Yo, he's an 85-year-old man in jail. What the fuck was he supposed to look like? Good.
Yo, hold up. On that part, how do you feel sad for Bill Cosby but then bash Cardi B? How does that work?
Right.
I don't
how does that even work?
I didn't say I feel sad for Bill Cosby. One thing, and you ain't know how first you feel about Cardi B, son.
I'm just saying that I don't know. That seemed kind of a little weird to me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, just because I don't like Cardi B, son, don't say anything.
Nah, that ain't nothing. That's your preference. I ain't mad about preference. I'm just, that was just that kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of went a little, little left there. I was like, wait a minute,
Here's my deal with Pill Cosby, right? Like, I strongly believe that he did not drug 50, 60 women, 40 years ago. I strongly believe that he did drug at least 2 or 3. And that's 2 or 3 too many.
Crazy.
So the fact that he's in jail, honestly, and it saddens me to say this, he got what was coming to him. Unfortunately, his white counterparts will not get this. They not going to get that. But the fact that he busts a smile in that mugshot, he holding his head. My son gonna come out with muscles. He gonna be the connect in the prison. I mean, wildin'. My son probably trafficking cigarettes right now.
Yeah, you know what I think though? Honestly, like the stories that he's telling in that jail though. Like, 'cause I know Bill Cosby got some stories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he definitely telling some fucking stories. He gotta be like the funny dude in the cell real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Telling all the stories how he's fucking these hoes and shit.
No.
Drink with the Kobe 3. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I would love to hear him talk about how he was smashing when he was younger. That has to be hilarious.
Yeah, like you gotta I'm not. I'm tell y'all right now, I'm not a fan of jail. I don't do that jail shit. But I would definitely pay to see that shit in the jail though. It's him telling stories like him doing wild shit and then criticizing Eddie Murphy.
We need that on HBO Max.
Nah, HBO Max costs too much for me. I gotta pick a side. It's either that or Hulu.
Hulu.
Over HBO Max.
HBO Max, Peacock. It's a lot. It's a lot of streams.
I don't know. I might get Peacock for The Office though. I like The Office.
I might get Peacock for the Bel Air.
That too. Facts.
But they got the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air on HBO Max.
HBO Max.
That's also true.
Dang.
But they ain't got The Office though. So no.
But I mean, as for Bill Cosby, I don't know. Like I was saying, I don't believe he did drug 50 women. That's ridiculous. Maybe 2, but if that was the case, how come they didn't get Harvey Weinstein too? Then Harvey Weinstein did a lot of stuff too, or any other person that did that. How they got
Harvey Weinstein is Jewish, white and Jewish.
Exactly. You
can say what you want, and I'm sure.
And the thing
and blacklisted in the Jewish community.
And the thing that bothered me is, all this started really when Bill Cosby wanted to buy NBC.
Mm-hmm. So somebody just dug some crap up on him and brought it back.
And 50 women though, 50 women.
Some of them recanted though. I will say that some of them did recant and be like, nah.
Yeah, a bunch of them recanted, which tells me that whoever was behind it was pushing for it, but he did that shit.
Yeah, but to be honest,
nigga got caught with the drugs in 2004.
Yeah.
And I would say it was about
2004. You was 70 and damn near blind. You still drugging bitches?
How he was hitting the Kobe 3 when he was damn near blind though?
Exactly. That's
just one time.
My son did what he had to do. I
don't know, man. It's not
but here's another thing that people aren't taking into account for Bill, but they're probably taking into account for people like Weinstein and all the practically hundreds of white men who've been caught up in the last, 3-5 years. Like the 70s, nigga, everybody was on drugs.
Yeah.
Everybody. Am I saying it was okay to be drugging shorties again and smashing them and then just having them wake up and be like, yo, what happened? Absolutely not. If that happened to his daughter, he'd be fucking incensed, right? But I am saying that sometimes the shorties brought their own drugs and everybody was on weird, strange fucking drugs. Shout out to Jimi Hendrix and John Morrison. Or Jim Morrison, sorry. John Morrison's a wrestler. Oh. I can't besmirch John Morrison.
That entrance, though, is fire.
Absolutely.
Bag.
But all I'm saying is...
By the way. Okay, my bad.
All I'm saying is his possession of those types of drugs did not automatically make him a rapist. His raping with those type of drugs made him a rapist. But, you know, it's all right if you're all white, and it's all whack if you're all black.
Yeah. It's like he saves, but he rapes, you know? Like the Shade Spell says.
But, to be honest, one thing, if we want to drug somebody, it would have been what she's, Felicia Rashad. She was doing work with him for a very long time. How come she never said that he did it or something like that? She was actually on his side. So,
well, remember most of his stuff that most of the people that accused him for anything that he got accused for, most of that went down in the late 60s, early 70s. Because you got to remember he was a star for a very long time.
He was a big actor, big comedian actor.
He did a lot for like black comedy, honestly.
Yeah. A lot, yeah. He was in the movie with Cindy Poitier and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So, like, a lot of that stuff was happening back then. People was probably telling him that this is just how it went down in Hollywood. I feel like he got misled, but at the same time, I'm not going to give him a pass for, like, you can't mislead me into raping people.
Yeah.
I can't personally be misled into being a rapist. Like, hey, everybody does it. Well, I'm not everybody. That's like me getting misled into being a crackhead. I'm not going to let that happen. It won't go down like that.
Yeah.
You know? But the point, I guess, was Felicia Rashad just didn't get exposed to it because, you know, by the 80s, he was probably just like, remember, you didn't hear a lot of people from the 80s talking about the Quaalude stuff. Most of his victims was from the 60s and the 70s.
And he was pretty much like a kid, like young. Like our age around that time, most likely, probably.
Yeah, 67, he was 30.
Yeah.
So even in the early 60s, he was still in his 20s. Fucking up. He did not know he'd be fucking up his life for 60 years later.
Yeah.
But look, he's doing it with a smile though, so he's all right, you know?
He's surviving.
Yeah, he's good.
He gonna get out. Because they really can't arrest him on rape. Because statutes of limitations on all of them shorties were way past.
Yeah.
I forgot what he's in jail for. Like the actual charge. Hold on. I'm just going to use some Google machine. What is Bill Cosby in jail for? Just shit, just gonna say rape.
Drugs and rape. That's it.
You're gonna say rape, yeah.
Almost put in ill Cosby.
Drugs, rape, and too much Jello pudding eating.
I'm done.
Oh man.
I like butterscotch myself.
But don't.
I actually like the butterscotch ones myself, but that's just me. Those shit was delicious.
Jello pudding pops.
Yeah.
3 counts of aggravated indecent assault. And he got 3 to 10 years, which means he's up for parole in a few months.
Hey, new Cosby episodes.
That's crazy. Yeah, we be right back.
Looking forward to it. Hey.
We'll be right back. Yes, y'all, we are back. I just want to say, like, I want to say something. Instead of saying didn't do last episode, but I'm doing it for this episode. I want to apologize for being disrespectful to Cardi B. That's it. Okay. Hey, okay, let's get to the next
one. That was it? You ain't want to put us for just leaving the screen like that?
Hey.
Yeah.
And And just so we don't leave him hanging, right? So basically, he's only in jail for the drugs, because the statutes of limitations was kind of gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's basically in jail for the drugs, and he's probably going to get out because his appeal is looking good.
Well then, shout out to Bill Cosby. Get some new episodes.
Only Sands, yo. Only Sands, man. Only Sands. Only Sands. All right, that's enough. All right, so you already know. So we are part 2 of Stack News, and let's talk about the election, man. Let's talk about the election. Let's talk what's going on with these candidates, man. How you feel about Trump and Biden right now? Go all out, man.
I feel terrible. Period. That's all I got. We can end this episode right here. This is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's basically. I want to go.
Okay.
Go, Retro.
Okay. Yeah. I said, I don't know. It's looking so close. Like with Bethany might be getting another 4 years of Trump. There's so many Trump supporters.
To be honest.
And it's bad. It's like, he's doing everything he can to rig the whole election so he get it. And it's annoying. And Biden, ever since Biden put that tax law, a lot of people wasn't with it. 50 Cent making a big deal about it, saying he leaving New York, he want to vote for Trump now. Now a lot of people are so pro-Trump. It's just
Hold on.
Look at the tax rates.
How is he rigging the election, Roddy?
Who? He's telling people to vote twice. He's basically trying to.
He's slowing up mail service too.
Slow the mail. There we go.
So Donald Trump is actively participating in the slowing of mail service. Is that the type of thing you want this podcast to get sued over? Defamation?
Fuck, he go to jail anyway. Fuck that nigga.
That's cool, but I would not like to get sued by the United States government for defamation. When I get sued by the United States government, it's going to be about bullshit they did.
And you know something? After he got COVID, he was saying he beat COVID. COVID is nothing, and that was kind of disrespectful.
Roddy, sorry to cut you up. Did you really think he had COVID? I don't think he had never had it. I didn't think he. I think that was
something else.
I don't think he had it.
It was just a hope.
I think he did doing that to push people to take the vaccine. That's what I think.
I think he might have had COVID because they said there was a meeting that he was in, and a lot of people in that.
But the White House got COVID square right after.
Yeah, no, the White House had mad people that had COVID.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
The White House was looking like New York for a minute.
No, you mean New York numbers in April, right?
Nigga, New York numbers now. We still doing bad.
Yeah, we rising again. We rising again. Rising again.
Oh.
Yeah, stop wearing them damn masks.
Cause people act like COVID is going. COVID is not going, y'all. We doing it.
People walking around like COVID going.
Yeah, we're doing a pandemic, y'all. We doing a pandemic.
That's all right. I'm going to Vegas in December. Fuck all that.
Doing a pandemic, son. I mean,
I just came back from Mexico. That shit was lit. I had steak tacos and cactus. The fuck?
I gotta try the steak tacos the next time I go to a Spanish country. Shout out to Puerto Rico,
bro. That shit fire.
But
I'm only doing trips during pandemic and endemic times. Man, I can't wait till we get H1N1 again.
Oh, gee.
Roddy, continue. You were saying so. You were saying something. Continue, Roddy. I know you're saying you were saying something.
Oh,
but I got you.
Yeah, for Biden and Kamala Harris, they're possible to get a lot of votes, but I'm not sure if they're gonna win. Like against Trump, not sure.
To be honest, yo, at this point, between last episode and this episode, I know last episode I thought Biden got this, but now due to a lot of later stuff lately, I don't think that is happening. I'm not even gonna front. I think Trump's gonna win again, sadly.
Honestly, here's my thing with this. I won't be surprised if he did.
Yeah, that was saying.
But I'm more of like a hope for the best, pray for the worst.
Yeah.
Because two options we have, we already know one is straight trash.
Yeah.
It's hot basura. You know what I'm saying?
Right, basically.
And
Which one?
A choice that doesn't look really good either.
Exactly.
You know
Both of them is bad, honestly. Both of them is bad.
Trash. But we already know what this trash looks like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna put my eggs in that basket. The next trash look like, because I already know what this trash look like. This trash would have me out of work for 7 months. You feel me?
That was COVID.
Because we could have
listen.
Hold on. You know what? Long live the chief, yo. Long live Chief Mally Mo. I'm not allowed to say.
I'm here to make sure that everything is fair and balanced. I know everybody has this culture of fuck Donald Trump. There's even a song about it that's kind of good. FDT. I think it's by YG.
YG.
Right. Here's the thing. I could give a fuck about Donald Trump. Because as much as there's an FDT song, there's also like mad songs from the early 2000s and the late 90s praising Donald Trump.
Yeah, true.
Right.
True.
So
don't forget WWE. WWE, everybody was a big fan of Donald Trump when he was in WWE.
WWE still fuck with him now. So
I mean, no, I'm talking about the fans. I'm talking about the fans. I'm talking about the universe. Remember when that Vince versus Donald Trump? Everybody was cheering Donald Trump with the baby face, shockingly enough.
Because he was giving them money. He literally gave out money on the show. And then Vince McMahon, this is a man who had a match with God and won. So
I remember that.
He lived to get booed. That's what he does. It's okay. But back into the world of reality. First of all, Sam said he'd be surprised. He wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump won. I would be surprised. I would sit here with the gape face. I'd be out of my mind surprised if he lost.
I mean, I'd be more surprised.
Because I've been calling him taking this since April. I already knew it. I seen how Joe Biden was moving. He moving like Hillary was moving. He's just a man. That's probably the main difference, right?
But like that might give it to. I feel like that might be the only thing that give it to. What didn't give it to Hillary was the fact that she was a woman, and a lot of people wasn't ready for no woman president. We just got to have
no.
It's a lot.
Hillary
a lot of stuff.
A
lot of stuff.
Out popular voted him by like 3 million votes.
True.
It was the area in which they voted.
Yeah.
Matter. And honestly, Hillary would have fucked us up.
Could you imagine though that if you ran a race like that, and they were like, "Yo, you won, just not in certain areas, still you lost."
That's why she didn't even. That's why she didn't like. We haven't heard from her since her ass lost.
Listen, that's like you losing you failing an open book test, and the person that passed it to you was mentally handicapped.
Right.
Like, how do you do that?
Listen, L. That was the L she took. Honestly, it was the perfect time for her to win that election. Right? We just had our first black president. Okay, now let's get our first woman president.
Yeah,
it would
have been a momentum.
She had that mindset. I didn't even know what she was running for. I didn't know her major platform or nothing. But we knew Donald Trump's. Somebody tell me what Joe Biden's major platform is, other than if you're not black, you're not black if you don't vote for me. What type of bullshit was that? I try to keep sanity off this show, but that was some bullshit.
Hey, you ain't know. We can curse on here.
I thought about that because I was like, all right, what's his thing? What's his thing on taxes? I pay taxes. I want to know where my shit's going.
Yeah.
I want to own a home. How are you going to figure that? So I did some research. Looked at his tax plan. Did you know that in that plan, there's a credit for first-time homeowners?
Nigga, that's here now.
Where?
I know it's here.
that have a hard time trying to get their home. And I'm like, yo, I want to own a home.
That's been there since the Obama years, and it was one of the few things that Trump didn't really touch. Not one of the few things, because he touched a lot of stuff. Some of it changed for the better, some of it changed for the worse. But that was one of those things he left alone. That been there. And sometimes that's a state by state thing too.
And that's the thing. I know we get it here. There's a lot of places people have a harder time owning homes. And
it's federal. If they have a hard time owning homes, it's because they ain't got enough money to own a home. Sure. I'm hitting you with straight facts on this one. Like, y'all know what I do for a living, right? With the financial advising and things of that nature.
Entrepreneur. Sorry. Long little cheap. Okay.
So I've been able to look in when it comes to finances and looking a lot deeper into taxes and stuff like that than most people would. And it kind of like made me like, oh, well, okay. Like, knowing this information keeps me from just jumping on the, oh, I'm a Democrat, so fuck the Republicans bandwagon, or I'm a Republican, so fuck the Democrats bandwagon. It keeps me from jumping on any of those bandwagons, right? Because the thing is, no president has ever tried to fundamentally fix and or change this system.
Exactly.
That's true.
Not our beloved Barack Obama.
Sadly,
not our beloved Bill Clinton. None of
them.
them.
I had that crime bill in there too. Go to predators.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That
Joe Biden wanted one of those too.
I know. That's the part that makes him a little shaky. You know what I'm saying?
A little shaky?
I'm not saying
the bullshit that Donald Trump has been saying and doing. That nigga ain't never just jump on TV and basically say, yo, black people need to go to jail.
But he did call African countries
shitholes.
Yeah.
He also called Indian countries shitholes. That makes him a shitty person, not a shitty politician.
I think in order to be a politician, you gotta be a person first.
Yeah. So
if you're a person,
if you're gonna try to sell me on having to be a good person to be a politician, I point you to that mayor that they found smoking crack a few years ago.
No, I'm not saying that. You're going to be a person first, right? Now, if you're a good person, you're a good person. You're a shitty person, you're going to be a shitty person.
Right.
But then you'll get in your profession. So now if you're a politician, but you're a shitty politician because you're a shitty person. You know what I'm saying?
Nope, don't work like that.
How the fuck not?
Well, Bill Clinton wasn't exactly the greatest nigga to ever live either.
He wasn't.
He was a shitty person, but he also ran this country into a 35% surplus that we have not seen anything close to since. I don't know how the fuck Bush blew a 35% surplus into an everlasting fucking deficit.
It was that war,
Bush, man. He wanted to war. We know Bush. What he wanted was war.
That war. That surplus paid for that shit.
Yeah,
nigga, we paying for that shit. We $1 trillion in debt to various fucking places. Nigga, country's in debt to the country at some levels. If you really look at it, yes, our country is in debt to ourselves.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
This place is stupid, but that's what I'm saying though. None of these candidates, nobody, well, not nobody, all the niggas who didn't win the primary elections and not in this spot, have given us like really good and solid ways to change or better the system. Now, all things being said, they are presidents. They are not legislation. So all they can do is use their influence to talk and hope.
But here's
the thing. Happens.
But here's the thing, though. Talking about it's not the president's legislation from the Congress people. Let me ask y'all a question. When's the last time y'all went out to vote in like the midterm joints or Congress people be?
A few years ago.
I did a few years ago.
Like 2012.
That's like it was like 6 other races before that. You know what I'm saying?
I did as well.
I realized it didn't mean shit.
Yeah, because no change.
Well, true, but you gotta start that shit in your community first. You see the most change in your community first. change outward, like in the feds and everything like that, because the country itself is not united. We got certain things that Louisiana don't, but Louisiana got certain. No, I'm lying. Louisiana got certain things that other people. Some places other things than others. Which is why we were not going to see it in the same way. Nobody from here is going to see how it is in like West Virginia, and they're not going to see how it is in Cali because they're not growing up. They're not living in that atmosphere. So we're not going to see it as a united situation. But I'm figuring, right, if we start getting involved like with the community leaders and stuff like that, we start from there. So we want to see like a big change. You want to see something that you got to start at home first. Change begins.
Exactly, yeah.
Of course.
I believe that strongly. I agree with you. Rondo, who is the borough president for Brooklyn?
Eric Young.
Eric Young, the wrestler?
The impact, yo, shout out to Eric Young. Shout out to Eric Young. Eric Young, we gotta have you on the show, man. Eric Young, the Impact champion, so we gotta have you on the show, son.
We do.
What the fuck?
The psychopath. Let's go.
The psychopath, man. You know he been treated my treat, by the way. That's how to get off topic real quick. He been treated my treat. Shout out to Eric Young, man.
And it's Eric Adams. God damn it.
You can't ask questions high, yo. You see me fucking up top in the first half of the show.
Listen, I'm not going to forgive the fact that you just said a Canadian world champion wrestler is the borough president of Brooklyn. We not over tacos. Tacos don't got enough THC to do that.
But I got a fun fact, y'all.
Brooklyn like 3 years. Come on, son.
I got a fun fact for y'all. Did y'all know Kanye West is on the poll? Like, people is actually voting for this man.
Look, it's me. You can write in your votes. I'm voting for Kanye West. Kanye for president.
Somebody says he voted for Kanye, y'all, in Kentucky.
So y'all might as well vote for Harambe, the gorilla that died like 5 years ago.
Yeah, he was on the presidential ballot, the last presidential ballot, right? Harambe.
Oh, wow.
Dead fucking gorilla.
These nuts?
Let's vote for a dead gorilla.
What about
there. These nuts?
People are taking America as a joke, man. Like, this is crazy, man.
What about these nuts?
They were actually a presidential candidate.
Right.
Pause.
Remember when Rocco tried to run and Ric Flair was running mate?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I would have voted for The Rock. I don't even care what he running for as long as he putting the smack down.
No, I said Rocco Flacco. But since you mentioned The Rock, I would definitely vote for Rock.
Yeah, he wanted to run for a while.
Yeah, he definitely was.
In all seriousness, like, my major point is, first of all, there's like 400 people at any given point in time running for the presidency of the United States. The people with money are the people who get the exposure, not the people with the greatest ideas about how to run the country. It is a large popularity contest, which trickles down through how all of our political leaders are chosen.
Yep.
Because listen, no disrespect to the borough president of Brooklyn, but my man's couldn't even call his name. That's one thing. When is the last time you heard, Eric Adams got us this?
I don't know. I ain't been in Brooklyn in like 3 years, so
I don't even know.
What about Rodney's Bishop?
I usually hear, I don't know. I usually hear everything, son.
I know our shit opened up first, so I don't know what y'all doing, but
that's all I'm saying.
I'm about to go to the.
We want to change things. How are we going to change things by voting for people who don't? Well, first of all, who obviously can't affect change, because somebody's out here voting for these people, and they had to tell people like Charles Barron. He's been our fucking senator forever. I voted for Charles Barron.
Same here.
What has Charles Barron done other than march when people get killed? Nigga, I can march when people get killed.
All of us could.
You
All of us could.
talking about it.
I did
I did.
in real life.
That's what I'm saying. Nigga, I'm not voting for you to just do what I can do. I need your voice to
present
go out
something
there
more,
and be
right?
heard and make some
Exactly.
shit happen.
Facts.
If you can't make some shit happen, then what is the point of this whole system?
Facts.
This is about to start with us. We got to figure out a way to do that
Think about this. When do you hear the most from politicians?
around this time.
Around the time when they want to be fucking elected,
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
right? So like, this is me sending a shot to the whole system at this point. You're not going to sell me this everlasting sell that voting matters. Because if voting mattered, right, I'd be able to vote for the person with the best ideas, not with the most money.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing, Alvin. What do you propose if we're anti-voting at this point, right?
Hold on.
Hold on, I'll let you retort, but I had this thought just ringing in my head just now. I was like, all right, if we're voting, if we're not going up, talking about, we're not, doing this system, what do you expect us as people to do outside of that? Because the problem still ain't gonna get fixed. Whether we vote or not, problem still ain't gonna get fixed. So where do we go from there?
All right, well, I got two proposals. One, we need to get 100% of the money out of politics,
Mm-hmm.
right? Honestly, being a politician should not, I'm not going to say it shouldn't pay well, because it should, because niggas try to kill you and kidnap you and blackmail you, all sorts of weird shit, right? What I'm saying is, there shouldn't be so much money from outside influences, right? Lobbyists shouldn't be a real thing. It should only be the constituents voting. The other thing is media coverage. That is another example of money being in the game, because Democrats and Republicans, they get so much airtime.
Yeah.
And you know why they get the airtime?
Because they pay for it.
Boom. Right on the money.
Yep.
So they get
for
together,
airtime.
almost like very, very open secret fraternities. Illuminati, right? They get together with each other, pay networks, pay media outlets, pay news people to take them seriously, even if they don't really got nothing to say. Here's how bad it is. The vice presidential debate. You know the biggest news that came out of that shit?
That fucking fuck.
Exactly. You know you're not saying shit if all niggas could think about is the fly that landed on this dude's head.
Now hold up. Fly's defense.
So funny
Right?
about that.
The fly's defense. That motherfucker was big as shit. If
Yeah.
it was a little mosquito, nobody probably would have batted an eye.
Yo, Shan, thanks for bringing that up. I honestly forgot all about that, son.
Nah.
Thanks for bringing that
Look
up,
like a
son.
booger, bro. Like right here.
Like that white thing in your head right now, son.
White thing I got in my hand.
On your head.
Oh yeah, look. My son, Roddy,
Oh,
my son Dizzle got the fly.
Mike Prince movement.
Oh, dude.
Talking mad shit.
Listen, all I'm saying is real simply, they're not saying shit, right? It should be illegal to have my political people on the news to just not say shit.
Mm.
It should be illegal to be able to pay for news time, but it is not. It's almost like they're paying for roving advertisements.
Yep.
It should be illegal to mudsling, but it's not. I've been seeing mudslinging like ads on my YouTube for months now. Oh, tell you this about Biden. Oh, tell you this about Trump.
Yeah, they're going hard with it. That's the thing. They shoving it down our throats this year, like more than any year ever. Like,
Oh,
the elbow. But yeah, yeah.
I feel like all of that is good and there and whatnot, but the question still has to be asked, like, how do we as a people maneuver through all of this mudslinging and all of the ads being thrown on our stations and streaming devices? How do we as a people maneuver towards a better position than we are right now? Because it's trash right now, you know, and nobody wants to be trash 4 years from now or next year, you know what I'm saying? So how do we as a people move throughout all of this to create a better situation for us?
I agree.
So every candidate, regardless of money, if they're there, if they have real ideas, they should be broadcast in equal perpetuity. Right? I don't only want to see Trump. I don't only want to see Biden, because I think me and Sands was talking about this the other day. In life, your knowledge grows when ideas are bounced from one person to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're hearing two ideas, barely, because I haven't really heard an idea to hang my hat on. Right? But there's two ideas from two large unified groups clashing heads, which is in effect going to divide this country. Well, in effect, has already divided this country. Right? If we can get everybody together, and rather than having the sole goal of out debating the other, the goal needs to be how we make America better with everybody who wants to make America better. Right? And then the people from that point, not some point in the future, from that point, make the choice. It should only be popular votes.
Facts.
Right? The Electoral College is vastly outdated. We have technology now. There is absolutely no need for the Electoral College. All right?
They just want to be sure, you know. That's really
No. But what I'm saying is the people need to be able to make the choice and make a real choice. Because right now, it's like an old sales technique I learned from Tom Hopkins. Right? Tom Hopkins. Anybody here has ever heard of him?
I heard of Tony Robbins.
Well, Tony Robbins actually studied some Tom Hopkins.
Oh wow!
Right? But let me tell you one of the things he said, because Tom Hopkins was one of the people who, well, he has the record for selling the most houses ever. Right? So Tom Hopkins, one of his big selling techniques is never ask a question that's going to lead you to an answer you don't want. Right? So it's like, okay, when do you want to have an appointment? Right? Do you want to have the appointment today at 5 or tomorrow at 7? Right? So either way you answer that question, you're going to have an appointment with somebody, right or wrong?
Fact.
Right. Which is cool, but I don't think it's been working out for our political system. Because right now it's like, who do you want to win? This rich guy or this rich guy? The rich guy in the red or the rich guy in the blue? Which one are you going to vote for?
You don't have nobody that can like relate to us.
Right.
Exactly.
But it has to relate to the country, though. That's also a thing, too.
Yeah.
Right. No, I get that. But do you really think these two dudes relate to the country? 70% of the country is middle class. 90% of the country is middle class or lower.
Yeah.
The country is
cool. I'm not saying it's not okay to be rich or have money or make something of your life. I'm saying please do that. But what I'm also saying is these two people, like, we're voting for people who are clearly not in this to make America better. They're in this to win the election.
Basically, yeah, basically.
You understand?
Only I've been saying this, yo. Either way, Trump or Biden, we screw either way.
We screwed out away, yeah.
Only screwed either way if we don't put ourselves in the position to not be.
Yeah.
We got to take responsibility. I'm sorry, but we can't expect these dudes to sit there and take for our lives. We got to do that shit ourselves. We got to make ourselves in the best position we can, have the best life that we can, because you only get one.
Yeah, but I do got two final questions. How do y'all feel about what IQ is doing right now?
Well, who?
Ice Cube. You ever heard about IQ doing? About he talked to both sides of the candidates. The typical Biden side said he waited till after the election, and Trump side said he'll work with you now to get against. I got to help the black people. How do you feel what you doing? You think he could be like the leading voice of that, or?
I feel like
he did it. Who else is doing it?
I feel like Trump has to say he has to help now because he needs all the help he can get according to the polls.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
If you're basing off the polls,
Mm-hmm.
He might need all the help he can get.
Listen, Trump ain't no dummy. He know if he get too close to black people before them elections results.
Exactly. He gonna move. Yeah. He gonna try. He trying to win us over, with all cause,
Because his main people that vote, he knows this, are white nationalists.
Yeah.
And rich people. Rich people just love Republicans because Republicans been looking out for rich people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And that's why so many people are so upset about the tax stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. The only thing I've been feeling about with this whole rich Republican situation is all right, rich Democrats too. It's they're only worrying about two things: how to make more money and how to keep the money you already got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're sitting there, how 50 you sit there, you find out you live in New York and you're about to tax about 62% if you make over $400,000 or more.
Ridiculous.
What the fuck? And I'm going to be like, oh, well, y'all haven't been paying taxes out this motherfucker for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to let you know that is a huge misnomer.
A missing number.
Misnomer. People believe that rich people don't pay taxes.
Or I would say
what? Hold on. Guess what? Most rich people have corporations.
Yeah.
Where they get their money through. Their corporations not only pay taxes, but their corporations employ people who pay taxes by force. The government wants that. That's why the government basically works around corporations. See, they're getting their money because somebody went out and built a business. And now everybody who decided they don't want to build a business, but they want to work for somebody else, well, they're going to get their taxes taken because they're not trusted, right? This system was built like this since slavery, right? If you want to find your way around tax laws, you can. How many of you guys, and I'm talking to the audience, has picked up a tax book and seen and looked up and tried to find out what tax preferences you guys can get?
It's out there. I ain't gonna hold you. It is out there.
It is. But how many people gonna look for it?
Not a lot of people, but because that's.
But then,
their family.
Everybody is bad. Oh my god!
No, I'm not saying everybody's bad. I'm not saying that. But all right. If somebody, say for instance, a 50 Cent situation, you're somebody of influence. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might care about your fans. You might not. That's personal preference. That's for another podcast.
Oh, dude.
What? Listen. I feel like when you say certain things like that, you put that shit on your gram and talking about, oh, vote for Trump, these taxes are too high. You got some motherfuckers out here that will dead ass follow that fucking vote. And they're not even making it 1/100 of what 50
Which means that the problem that I feel you. And that means that it means two things. One, the people who just senselessly vote like that, they deserve whatever they get. But two, it means that 50 Cent, a person, I want you to understand the deep intelligence that Curtis Jackson has, right? He knows by doing that he gonna swing the pendulum a little bit.
Of course.
He knows that. He did this before. I remember he made $10 million in one single weekend because he bought a penny stock. He talked about it. Everybody followed his ass, bought the penny stock, then he sold his shares after it went up like a really stupid amount of money over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredibly smart. Right? 50 Cent knows what he's doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
But politics is too easily swayed on popularity like that.
Popularity and money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But and whose fault is that? That's not 50 Cent's fault for expressing his views. Nigga, we expressing our views right now. This whole podcast has been 2 hours of us niggas expressing views.
That's true. That's true.
Right? So are we going to penalize 50 Cent for expressing his views because he's, rich and influential? Like he didn't earn it.
I mean,
imagine you, Rondell.
Ask him for, expressing his views. But since you put those views out there, it is allowed for retort, disagreement, and discussion.
And that's cool.
It's only right. You know what I'm saying? Granted, you might have your views, but if you ain't want nobody to sit there and go back and forth for it, you should have kept that shit in your fucking head and stay silent. Once you put that bitch out in the gram and the homie Ken screenshot it and sends it to me, I'm going to discuss it on the podcast by the end of the week. So,
and that's cool. But at the end of the day, if he wants to vote for Trump, he's one of the very few people who has thought about their reasoning thoroughly enough to do so.
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of celebrities doing the Biden campaign, and pretty sure they're going to stick to their guns with this because they're out here doing commercials and ads on Biden, and just because of one thing, it might not sway them. They already did the campaign is already streaming on all platforms, music, radio, all over. So yeah, he's just one person talking about Trump right now.
That's a fact. Wait, real quick. One thing, right?
Yeah.
Poor people have got to stop just purely expecting more from rich people than they would be willing to give if they were in the same position.
Oh, bro, I'm poor. Like, come on. No, fuck with you.
I'm serious. Like, we are tight right now. Not we, because, well, I'm an entrepreneur. My taxes hit different.
I'll bet you know it too, so you ain't know.
So the average person who makes a paycheck is already upset that every single week that paycheck gets garnished by 28 to 35% off rip. Right? So imagine their paycheck getting garnished by 62% off rip. And now the justification is like, oh, well, you make enough money to afford it. Fuck you.
Nah, I'm sorry. Honestly, you said 28 to 35, right? You said 28 to 35%, right?
28 to 35%, yeah.
Like regular people.
Yeah.
All right. And you said 62% for 400,000 and above, right?
Right.
My nigga, I can multiply. That's pretty much kind of equal in a sense because of the fact that they're making more. So they won't take a hit. If we can hit 62%, we're fucked. You know what I'm saying? If they get hit 62% out of like 400, like say for average, your average millionaires in New York is like about maybe 8-9 million. Like, they make about like 8-9 million. You get hit 62% out of that, right? You might be still alright. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad.
First of all, listen.
Sideways.
If I make $10 million, that means there's a system in place that costs money to help me continue to make that $10 million. Two things, all right? So most people who make $400,000 and above, they do not make it on a W-2, right? So honestly, anybody who makes like I think the most maybe CEOs get paid if they're working on the W-2 is probably like 250,000. Right? And this is W-2 money, right? So based on that tax scale, if you have, let's say you have a good ass job, you're still going to be getting hit for 50 plus percent. So let's say your taxes is 50% and you get hit with that tax. So now your $250,000 a year job is now $125,000 a year job. Right? You're saying, oh, they could tough it out. They're good. Good compared to who? Right? Right now, without even factoring my income, I'm good compared to a homeless dude just because I have somewhere to live. I could live in like a shitty place, right? Say I lived in a place with like leaks and no air conditioning, it's drafty in the winter, and it got holes in the floor, whatever, right? I'm still good compared to the person who doesn't have a roof over their head. Right or wrong?
Facts.
But compared to somebody who has money, has their own place, has a bunch of stuff going on, what's the comparison here? Right? I'm bad compared to them. So are you trying to make everybody do equally as bad, or are we trying to push everybody in the right direction?
People fight for equality, right?
You don't need equality.
We don't
need equanimity. Equality and equanimity is two different things. Equality wouldn't be possible on that scale because we are all different people. We all have different things.
I'm not talking about as people, but I'm just talking about money.
I'm talking about the same thing. Your money situation, my money situation, we're in different places. Right? We produce different things. We have different values to the marketplace.
Facts.
Right? The person, like, no shade to anybody, but if you work a security job at a low danger place, if you're working security, you're not providing enough value to the world to make $300,000 a year.
Of course.
Yeah. So if I just gave you $300,000, I just lowered the value of money in general.
Because like security guards are getting 300 racks. So what are CEOs getting?
That's what I'm saying. So if everybody's getting paid the same, even though they're providing different levels of value, because the CEO's job, let's talk about what the CEO does. Their job is to make sure that every money-making thing going on in a corporation makes money in order to pay everybody that works for that corporation. That's why when a company goes through some fuck shit, the CEO is the first person to get kicked.
Yeah, definitely true. Definitely true. But you ain't know, y'all. We're gonna end it here. We could continue this conversation on the election episode. You know,
right.
Yeah. But we all close it out. You know, this is your boy Ken. I came in the gentleman. Follow me, Ken _ the gentleman. I repeat, Ken KEN _ Mr. MR, gentleman GENTLEMAN. Mr. Gentleman like the podcast each and every Sunday. Each and every fourth Sunday, we got the old school show. You know, myself and DJ Retro for the Premier Boy podcast. We got our first episode this Sunday. Mr. Aaron Sanders on the show. Check it out. Everybody, do y'all closing remarks, y'all. Y'all thing.
You could reach me first before you go support a black business near you. And if not, if you don't got no black business near you, support one black business called Premier Boy Podcast. After you do that, then you can follow me at Aaron Sands Premier. That's AARONSANDSPREMIERE.
Y'all already know how it is. It's your boy Roddy. Could follow me at DJ Retro. DJ Retro, Roddy DJ Retro page on IG. New mixes coming soon, y'all. Mally?
Law and the Chief. Long live the chief.
Going once.
Long live the chief.
I never range niggas want me to game. Long live the chief.
You already know who it is. Long live the chief. You can find me on. I am muted. Oh, no, I'm not. All right. You already know who it is. Long live the chief. You can find me pretty much on everything. They call me Mally Mal. I'm not going to tell y'all how to spell they call me. But Mally Mal is MALIMAL. Find me out there. Listen, if you're talking about making money, if you're talking about generational wealth, if you're talking about building something for the future, come talk to me. If you're looking for work, if you're looking to make money, come talk to me as well. That's what we talk about. That's what we do. Follow me, man. World premiere, baby.
You already know, y'all. This is your boy Ken that came with the gentleman.
It's Aaron Sands.
It's your boy Roddy DJ Retro. Yeah.
And this is the chief, Mally Mal.
Who got the song today?
Song of the day, Mally Mal song of the day. Long live the chief.
Well, let's get that song of the day playing, and that's our outro right now.
All right, yeah, we out, man.
See
y'all next week.
Halloween episode.
Oh, yeah, Halloween episode, y'all. We dressing up. Halloween episode, y'all.
Exactly.
Gotta find me a fiend mask.
Nice.
So dangerous, so dangerous. YPG is dangerous, so dangerous, so